one of the important budget under the chapter budgetary control, that is flexible budget. This flexible budget is very important in examination point of view as it is mostly asked either in 5 marks or 10 marks. Let's see what is flexible budget and how to compute them in this video. Flexible budget, also called a variable budget, is financial plan of estimated revenues and expenses based on the current actual amount of output. So, it's based on current actual amount of output. You have to estimate the revenues and expenses. Here, we have to concentrate on 3 expenses, that is fixed cost, variable cost and semi-variable cost. Let me explain you by giving an example. Suppose the details relating to 50% level of activity, 50% level of production is given. Say 50% level of production is 5,000 units. Suppose 5,000 units relating is given, details is given, and you are asked to find out the cost for 7,000 units or 10,000 units. So here you are given the current amount, current details, current actual detail is given about 5,000 and you are asked to find out for 7,000 units or 10,000 units for the expenses like fixed cost, variable cost and semi-variable cost. Then it is called if you compute this, then that type of budget is called as flexible budget. Thus, a flexible budget uses revenues and expenses produced in the current production as baseline and estimates how revenues and expenses will change based on the changes in the output. So, you will try to know, as I told you in the example, for 5,000 units, the cost will be different, and for 7,000 or 10,000 units, the cost will be different. So, what is the level of change will be known through the flexible budget. So, this flexible budget, as I told you, it gives importance to 3 types of cost, that is fixed cost, variable cost and semi-variable cost. So, now we will see what is fixed cost, variable cost and semi-variable cost. So, fixed cost. A fixed cost is an expense that does not change as production volume increases or decreases within a relevant range in production. So, your fixed cost will remain constant though whatever may be the level of production. Example, rent, salaries, depreciation. To make it much clear, I'll just give an example. Suppose if you hire a factory place for rent to do the business, assume the cost of the cost of rent for the factory per month is rupees 10,000. Whatever may be the level of units produced, maybe if the company produces 100 units or if the company produces 500 units, the rent will remain constant. It will not change based on the level of activity. You have to pay the rent of 10,000 even if the units produced is 10,000 or unit produced is 5,000. Sorry, 500 or 5,000, whatever it is. But at the same time, you can see that per unit cost changes here. per unit cost. So how the per unit cost you will calculate? 10,000 is a total rent amount. From this total rent 10,000, if you divide number of units, you will get per unit cost. So 10,000 divided by 100 will give you 100. Ten thousand divided by 100 will give you the cost is 100. At the same time 10,000 divided by 500. The 500 units are produced, divided by 500, the cost per unit is 20. So you can see that per unit cost differs, whereas the rent for total cost remains the same. So the total cost remains constant, per unit cost changes. So whatever may be the level of activity, 10,000 is the rent. So this 10,000 either it is 100 per unit or if it is 500 per unit, it remains same. Whereas in case if it is per unit cost, the rent changes. Per unit cost changes. Next one, types of cost. The second one is variable cost. What is this variable cost? Variable cost is a corporate expense that changes in proportion to production output. So here it changes along with the output. Variable costs increase or decrease depending on the company's production volume. They rise as production increases and falls as production decreases. For example, in case if production increases, maybe for example the cost of material increases. Say if production in the company is of 1,000 units, production in companies for 1,000 units, the material cost is ₹2. When the production increases to 1,200 units, the material cost per unit will remain same. Per unit it will remain same, but the total cost will change. Total cost will change because if you see cost per unit for 1,000 units is ₹2. For 1,200 also the cost will remain the same as ₹2. Whereas in case if 1,000 units, if you multiply 1,000 into 2, it is 2,000. In case if you produce 1,200 units, 1,200 into 2 will give you 2,400. So your total cost varies in case of variable cost. At the same time, per unit cost remains constant based on the production or activity changes. So examples of variable cost is either raw materials or labor cost, etc. Now, what is semi-variable cost? Semi-variable cost consists of both fixed and variable cost. That is, part of the cost stays constant and the part fluctuates with business activity. Example, electricity charges or telephone charges. In case of electricity bill, part of the monthly electricity bill will include fixed amount and a separate amount based on the number of hours we use, either the company uses. So there are two costs which is involved in case of electricity charges. The same way in case of telephone charges also, the telephone rent you have to pay at the same time based on number of calls you make. So both the costs are combined together. So here in case of electricity, a fixed amount plus separate amount based on number of hours used. The same time for telephone charges, fixed part is the rent plus number of calls you make is flexible. So it is, this type of cost is called as semi-variable cost. So I think you might have understood what are the different types of cost. These three are the main crux of this chapter. Fixed cost, flexible cost and semi-variable cost. Now these are the main points to remember to solve the problems. In fixed cost, total amount remains constant, per unit cost varies. In case of variable cost, amount varies, but per unit cost remains constant. For solving the problems, you have to remember these things. I told you the logic behind in the previous slides. Now let us look into the problems. Problem number 1. Prepare a flexible budget for production at 80% and 100% activities. So if you have 80% and 100% activity, we ask you to prepare on basis of the following information. You are given 50% capacity. I told you in case it is given in this way, this type of problem comes under the flexible budget. 50% capacity is given and you are asked to find out 80% and 100% activity capacity. Raw materials is rupees 80 per unit, direct labor rupees 50 per unit, direct expenses is given as 15 rupees per unit, factory expenses rupees 50,000 where 50% is fixed and administrative expenses rupees 60,000 where 60% is variable. So first we will see, we'll have to distinguish between variable cost as well as fixed cost and what are all the semi-variable costs. So here it's already seen raw material is a variable cost. So in case of variable cost, the cost per unit remains fixed, whereas the total cost changes. So if cost per unit, first prepare in this format, like particulars, 50% capacity, 80% capacity and 100% capacity. So we will look into, for 50% capacity, 5,000 units. 50% capacity is 5,000 units. At 80% capacity, how many units? 5,000 is the number of units for 50%. So 5,000 divided by 50 into, for that will give you 1 for the 1 unit, into 80 will give you the for 80% capacity. So that is 8,000 units. The same way at 100% capacity, 5,000 into 5,000 divided by 50 into 100, that gives you 10,000. So for 80% capacity, it is 8,000 units. At 100% capacity, it is 10,000 units. So you draw the table like this: 50% capacity, 80% capacity and 100% capacity. where 5,000 units, 8,000 units and 10,000 units. Under that you give cost per unit and total cost for each capacities like 50%, 80% and 100%. Now let us see what are all the expenses which has to be taken into consideration. The first one is raw materials. Raw materials, as I told you already, raw material, direct labor and direct expenses. These three are variable cost. In case of variable cost per unit remains constant, total cost changes. So here cost per unit remains constant. This you have to somehow remember, because for doing the problems should not get confused. Try to know the logic carefully so that you can easily remember that. So here direct labor 50 rupees and direct expenses 15 for 50%, 80% and 100%, because cost per unit is same for all the three. So 80%, how will you calculate? 5,000 into 80 will give you 4 lakh. The same time 8,000 into 80 will give you 6 lakh 40,000. 10,000 into 80 will give you 8 lakh. The same way for direct labor, 5,000 into 50, 2 lakh 50,000. 8,000 into 50, 4 lakh. 10,000 into 50, 5 lakh. Same way for direct expenses, 5,000 into 15, 75,000. 8,000 into 15, 1 lakh 20,000. 10,000 into 15, 1 lakh 50,000. So total cost per unit is, you add up these three, 145. Total cost, you add up these three, gain 7 lakh 25,000. Here 145. The total cost 11 lakh 60,000 and 14 lakh 50,000. You can see here that cost per unit remains constant here, whereas the total cost changes as it is a variable cost. Next, there is one more thing given as fixed expenses. Fixed expenses is 50%. 50% fixed. So how will you calculate for 50% fixed? Here for factory expenses, fixed cost is, first we will calculate the fixed cost. 50% is fixed. It means that 50,000 into 50%, that gives you 25,000. This 25,000 is the fixed amount for all the three levels of activities. So write the amount for 50%, you write 25,000. For 80% capacity, you write 25,000. And 100% capacity also, you write total cost as 25, because at all these capacities fixed expenses is constant. Now we will calculate the variable cost. For variable cost, so 50% is constant and 50% is variable. So variable cost per unit is constant, remains constant. So here cost per unit we have to calculate. So total cost is 50,000, which is given, divided by number of units. Number of units is 5,000. So rupees 10. So 50,000 divided by number of units, 5,000 units is rupees 10. So this is for 5,000 units. At the same time, we can very well know that in case of variable cost per unit remains constant. So you can write it as 50% is variable. This is a cost per unit, total cost per unit. In this you have to calculate 50% variable. So 10 rupees into 50% is 5 rupees. So 5 rupees is the variable cost. So 5 rupees is the variable cost, where cost per unit is constant. So you write 5 rupees, 5, 5 and 5 here in all the three capacities. Now you calculate for 25,000. This in case of fixed cost, 25,000 you have written in these three columns, right? So 25,000 total divided by 5,000 units will give you rupees 5. 25,000 divided by 8,000 units will give you 3.13. 25,000 divided by 10,000 units will give you 10,000. In case of variable cost, 25,000, you have 5 rupees. 5 here, cost per unit is constant. So, you have written this 5 rupees in all the 3 columns. So, 5 into 5,000, 25. 5 into 8,000, 40. 5 into 10,000, 50,000. Now, we'll see the calculation for administrative expenses. In case of administrative expenses, the cost is 60,000, where 60% is variable. Total amount is given as 60,000 and 60% is variable. So, we will find out the variable cost first. Variable cost is 60,000 into 60%, which is 36,000. In case of variable cost per unit remains constant. So, we will find out for 5,000 units how much it is. So, for 5,000 unit it is 36,000. Per unit it is 36,000 divided by 5,000. That is 7 rupees 20 paise. 7.2. This 7.2 is constant for all level of activities. So, see here, variable 60%, 7.2, 7.2 and 7.2. As usual, what you can do, 7.2 into 5,000 will give you 36,000. 7.2 into 8,000 will give you 57,600. 7.2 into 10,000 will give you 72,000. Now coming to the fixed cost, 60,000 for 60% is variable. So balance 40% is the fixed cost. So 60,000 into 40% gives you 24,000, where total amount remains constant. Fixed cost, total amount remains constant. So here 24 in total cost, you write 24,000, 24,000 and 24,000 and all level of activities. So 24,000 divided by 5,000 will give you 4.80. 24,000 divided by 8,000 will give you 3 rupees. 24,000 divided by 10,000 will give you 2.40. Now add up all these, you get the total cost per unit for 5,000 and cost per unit for 5,000, 8,000 and 10,000 units. This is how we have to solve for flexible budget. Now let us see one more problem. The expenses budgeted for production of 10,000 units in a factory is furnished below. Prepare a flexible budget for the production of 8,000 units and 6,000 units. Here you have given per unit cost and you are asked to find for 10,000 units. They have given you the budgeted expenses per unit cost for 10,000 units. I have asked you to find out for 8,000 as well as 6,000 units. So let us see how to solve the problem. Solution for problem 2. I have just brought the screenshot of the problem here to understand. This problem has been asked in university examination. So let us see now. They've asked you to find out they've given the information about 10,000 units, per unit cost for 10,000 units, and they have asked you to find out for 6,000 and 8,000 units. So we'll write flexible budget output for 6,000 units, 8,000 units and 10,000 units. Write cost per unit and total cost for each 6,000, 8,000 and 10,000 units. Now based on the problem, material cost is 70. Material, labor and variable expenses direct is given. These three are flexible expenses. So what we have to do in case of variable cost or flexible cost per unit remains constant. In case of variable cost, cost per unit remains constant. So you can write the cost per unit 70 rupees for material, labor it is 25 rupees, and for variable expenses it is 5 rupees. For all three levels of output, for 6,000 units, 8,000 units and 10,000 units, the cost per unit is same 70, 25 and rupees 5. Now find out the total cost. 70 into 6,000 is 4,20,000. 70 into 8,000 is 5,60,000. 70 into 10,000 is 7 lakh. The same way you find it for labor and material also. 6,000 into 25, 1,50,000. 8,000 into 25, 2 lakh. 10,000 into 25, 2,50,000. Direct variable expenses, 6,000 into 5 is 30,000. 8,000 into 5 is 40,000 and 10,000 into 5 is 50,000. If you add direct material, labor and direct variable expenses, you get the prime cost. The prime cost is cost per unit is constant for all the three levels. Whereas if you see the total cost, there is a change in the total cost as this is a variable cost. As all these three expenses are variable cost. Now next one, you are given fixed overhead 1 lakh and variable overhead 20 rupees. So for factory cost, fixed overhead is 1 lakh. 1 lakh is 1 lakh is the total cost which is given for 10,000 units. Though in case of fixed overheads, fixed cost, total amount remains constant. So you can write as for 6,000 units also 1 lakh, 8,000 units also it is 1 lakh, and for 10,000 units also it is 1 lakh. But per unit cost changes here. So 1 lakh divided by 6,000 gives you 16.67. 1 lakh divided by 8,000 gives you 12.50, and 1 lakh divided by 10,000 gives you rupees 10. Now come to the variable overheads. In case of variable overheads, 20 rupees is given. Here in case of variable cost per unit remains constant. So cost per unit remains constant. Write 20 rupees at all the three levels. Cost per unit 20 rupees for 6,000 units. Cost per unit is 8,000. Again, cost per unit for 10,000 units is 20. So now you multiply it. 6,000 into 20 is 1,20,000. 8,000 into 20 is 1,60,000, and 10,000 into 20 is rupees 2 lakh. So this is how we have to calculate variable overhead and fixed overhead. If you add along with the prime cost, if you add the factory overhead, you get the work cost. Work cost is 136.67 cost per unit for 6,000 units. You add up all these, you get 8,20,000 total cost for 6,000. Same way you get for 8,000 units as well as for 10,000 units, you get the output by adding. Now, what is the next adjustment which is given? You have to see the administrative expenses. Administrative expenses, here we are preparing the total cost based on cost sheet. So, you might have done in the cost accounting, the cost sheet. That's the procedure we are doing it here. So, here administrative expenses is 50,000. So, to 50,000 in case of 10,000 units, it's fixed at all levels. So, you write 50,000, 50,000 and 50,000 at all the three levels. 50,000 divided by 6,000 gives you 8.33. 50,000 divided by 8,000 gives you 6.25, and 50,000 divided by 10,000 gives you rupees 5. If you add this along with the work cost, you get the cost of production. Next one is you have selling expenses. Selling expenses 10% fixed is given 13 rupees. So 10% fixed So balance 90 percentage will be variable. So first we will calculate the 10% fixed, 10 percentage of rupees 13. This is for 10,000 activity of 10,000. So 10 percentage of 13 is 1.3. 1.3 into 10,000 is 13,000. So this 13,000 is common at all the three levels. So 13,000, 13,000 and 13,000. Now you calculate per unit cost. 13,000 divided by 10,000 is 1.3. 13,000 divided by 8,000 is 1.60 and 13,000 divided by 6,000 is 2.17. Now fixed cost is 10%. Balance 90 percentage is the variable cost out of this 13 rupees 30. So 90 percentage of 13 is 11.70. Here in case of variable cost, cost per unit remains constant. So you write for 10,000 units also you write 11.70, 11.70 and 11.70. Multiply it with number of units. 11.70 into 6,000, 11.70 into 8,000 and 11.70 into 10,000. You get the total cost of selling expenses. The same way you have to find it for distribution expenses. Distribution expenses, here it is given as 20% fixed for 7 rupees. So 20 percentage of 7 is 1.4, 14,000. So 14,000 is the fixed cost for all the three levels, and for out of this 20 percentage is fixed, so balance 80 percentage is variable. 80 percentage of 7 is 5.60. Where for variable cost per unit is constant, so 5.6, 5.6 and 5.6. 5.6 into 6,000 gives you 33,600. 5.6 into 8,000 gives you 44,800 and 5.6 into 10,000 gives you 56,000. If you add all these, you get the total cost of sales. Can see here total cost per unit to make and sell is 155. So 155 into 10,000 units is 1 crore 55 1 15 lakh 50,000. Sorry, 15 lakh 50,000. I've just put the commas wrongly. Again, here also you can see the level of output after it is adding 159.43. In case of 6,000 units, per unit cost is 166.80. So you can very well see here that for less number of units produced, the unit of cost per unit is high compared to the higher number of units produced. Now let's see problem number 3. The monthly budget for the manufacturing overhead of a concern for two levels of activity are as follows. You are given for 60% and 100% activity. Budgeted production is 600 and 1000. Indirect wages 1200, 2000. Consumables 900, 1500. Maintenance, power, depreciation and insurance. Here two different outputs for different levels of capacities is given. That is for 60% and 100%. And they have asked you to indicate which of the items are fixed, variable and semi-variable. Prepare a budget for 80% capacity. Find out the total cost, both fixed and variable per unit of output at 60%, 80% and 100% capacity. So they've asked you to prepare the items of fixed, variable, total cost and cost per unit as well. Now let us see the solution for this. By seeing the problem, we can see that we can make out that depreciation as well as insurance both are fixed. So under first we will write the fixed cost. Fixed cost for the 4,000 total, where the total cost remains uh, constant for fixed cost. So here for depreciation as well as insurance, total cost is 4,000, 4,000 and 4,000 for all the three different level of activities, that is for 600 units, 800 units and 1000 units. And find out the cost per unit. 4,000 divided by 60 is 600 units, that is 6.67. 4,000 divided by 800, 5 rupees, and 4,000 divided by 1000 is 4. In the same way for insurance, insurance is 1000 rupees is given for 60% capacity as well as 1000 for 100% capacity. So both are fixed here. So here gave it as 1000 divided by 1000 gives you 1. 1000 divided by 800 is 1.25 and 1000 divided by 600 is 1.67. If you add this, you get the total fixed cost. Now come to the variable cost. Here the variable costs are indirect wages as well as consumables. So indirect wages and consumables. In case of indirect wages, you can see that 1200 is the cost, total cost for 600 units. So per unit cost is 1200 divided by 600 is 2 rupees. Again, in case of indirect wages, 1200 is given. 1200 divided by 1200 divided by 600. So 600 is rupees 2. Again, here 2000 divided by 1000 will also give you rupees 2. So the indirect wages cost is rupees 2 per unit. In case of variable cost per unit remains constant. Cost per unit remains constant. So you write 2 rupees. 2 rupees is here for 600 units. 2 rupees is there for 800 units, and 2 rupees is here for 1000 units. Cost per unit remains constant. So 2 into 600 is 1200, which we have already taken. Then again 2 rupees into 1000 is 2000, which is already given here. So write the same thing. And 2 into 800, which we have to find it out. For 800 units, 2 into 800 is 1600. Same way we'll see for consumables. Consumables, if you see, total cost for consumables is 900. 900 divided by number of units is 600. So divided by 600. So 600 is number of units, 900 is the total amount of consumables. It gives you 1.5 per unit. Same 1500 divided by 1000 units will give you 1.5. So here already you know that in case of variable cost, the cost per unit remains constant. So we have written 1.5, 1.5 and 1.5 and all the capacities. 60% capacity is 1.5. Again 600 units into 1.5 is 900. 1.5 into 800 units is 1200. 1.5 into 1000 units is 1500. So this is your variable cost. So now you add up separately the variable cost as well. You get 3.50 of cost per unit for 600 units and 2100 for total cost of 600 units. You get 3.50 and 2800 for 800 units capacity, and 3.50 cost per unit and 3500 for total cost per unit. Now we will see the next item. Next item is maintenance as well as power and fuel. In case of, you can see the cost here, it was 4,000, 4,000, both are constant. The amount was constant. So here, in case of indirect wages and consumables, per unit cost was constant. But here, in case of power as well as maintenance, both are different. Uh, power, power as well as in case of power as well as maintenance, if you divide by 600, it's not the variable cost, it's neither a variable cost nor a fixed cost. So it's a semi-variable cost. Now you have to find out how much is fixed and how much is variable. In that case, we have to apply the formula. If the variable cost does not change proportionately, then the formula is, it does not change proportionately. Here it has changed, but here in case of maintenance and power, it's not changed. So change in cost divided by change in units. So this is the formula. What is the change in cost? Change in cost is 1500 minus 1100. In case of maintenance, 1500 minus 1100, which gives you 400 units, divided by change in units. How much is the change in units? 1000 minus 600 is 400 units. So 400 divided by 400 is 1 per unit. And now the variable cost is rupee 1 per unit. What is the fixed cost? Fixed cost is, you have 1100 units, 1100 units minus cost per unit is 1. So 600 into 1 is 600. So fixed cost minus the total cost minus variable cost. Total cost minus variable cost is fixed cost. Total cost minus variable cost gives you fixed cost. So here, in the same way, for power and fuel also, the cost of power is 1600, and for 600 units, and for 100 for 1000 units it is 2000. So it does not change proportionately. Again, you have to apply the formula, change in cost divided by change in units. In that case, 2000 minus 1600 divided by total number of units, cost change in units is 1000 minus 1000 minus 600, that is 400. So 400 by 400 is 1 rupee 1 per unit. Again here, so 1 rupee is the total cost. For the total cost, for 600 units, total cost of power and fuel is 1600. From that, you have to deduct the variable cost. What is the variable cost? Variable cost 1 rupee per unit of variable. So 600 into 1 is 600. So it is 1600 minus 600 is a fixed cost, that is rupees 1000. Now we will apply it here. Maintenance fixed cost is 500. 500 will be common for 600 units, 800 units and 1000 units. From that, if you did then you give cost per unit. Cost per unit is 500 divided by 1000 is 0.50. 500 divided by 800 is 0.63, and 500 divided by 600 is 0.83. Coming to the variable cost is rupee 1. Here we have found out. In case of variable cost per unit remains constant. So 1 rupee, 1 rupee and 1 rupee. 1 into 600 is 600, 1 into 800 is 800 and 1 into 1000 is 1000. So this is what is for maintenance. Now coming to power and fuel, 1000 already, uh, if you have seen here, we have computed uh, power and fuel fixed cost is 1600 minus 600, so 1000 you write the fixed cost in all the three level of activity, and from that you find out the cost per unit, 1000 divided by 1000, 1000 divided by 800 and 1000 divided by 600, which gives the respective values. Then find out the flexible cost. In case of flexible cost, the cost is 1 rupee per unit. In case of flexible cost, your per unit cost remains constant at all level of activities. So 1 rupee, 1 rupee and 1 rupee. Multiply 1 with 600 units, 1 with 800 and 1 with 1000. You get the flexible cost. Then you add up the total fixed cost, total variable cost and total semi-variable cost. You get the total cost for the product. At three different levels, that is for 600 units, 800 units as well as for 1000 units. Now let us see problem number 4. The following information relates to flexible budget at 60% capacity. Find out the overhead cost at 50% and 70% capacity and also determine the overhead rates. Here overheads is given: indirect labor, indirect materials, semi-variable overhead, repairs, 70% fixed and 30% variable, electricity, fixed overheads, office expenses including salaries, insurance, depreciation, estimated direct labor hour is given. That's 1,20,000. So this problem is completely different from the previous problems which we have seen, because here estimated direct labor hour is given. We'll see the problem, how to solve the problem. The solution, we'll write it one by one. Prepare the flexible budget at 50%. We've asked you to find it out for 50% capacity and 70% capacity. So 50, 60 and 70, you just write it. Then indirect labor, you just take down as it is. Variable overheads is given. Under variable overheads, we have indirect labor. Indirect labor 10,500 is for 60% capacity and we have to find it out for 50%. So 10,500 divided by 60 will give you per unit into 50 will give you for 50% capacity, that is 8,750, which is given here. Same way you calculate it for 70%, 10,500 divided by 60 into 70, which gives you 12,250, which is given here. Next, indirect material. Indirect material is 8,400 for 60% capacity. Now we have to find it out for 50% capacity and 70%. For 50% capacity, 8,400 divided by 60. 60% we have, so we divided by 60. For 50% we have to find it out, so into 50. So it gives you 7,000. For 50% capacity it is 7,000. The same way if we find it out for 70%, 8,400 divided by 60 into 70, that gives you 9,800. This is for 70% capacity. Now the next one is semi-variable overhead. We have semi-variable overhead. Under that, the first one is repairs and maintenance. Repairs and maintenance is given. Under repairs and maintenance, they have given 70% fixed and 30% variable. So here 7,000 is the total cost for 60% capacity. So 7,000 you write it in 60% capacity. Now we'll find out for how much is fixed and how much is variable at different levels of 70% as well as 30%. So 70% capacity, uh, fixed cost is 70%. So 70% of 7,000 into 70% is 4,900. 4,000 fixed cost, fixed cost is 70%. So 7,000 into 70% is 4,900. 4,900 is fixed at all levels. Either it may be 50% or it may be 70%. Then now we'll find out the variable cost. Variable cost differs. In case of variable cost, 2,100 is a variable, uh, no, 7,000 units, 30% is a variable cost. So 7,000 into 30 by 100 gives you 2,100. The 2,100 is the variable cost. 30% of 7,000. For 50% capacity, we have to find out. So how will we find out for 50% capacity? Variable cost you know for 60% capacity. For 60% it is 2,100. Now for 50%, 2,100 divided by 60 into 50, that is 1,750, and 2,100 divided by 60 into 70 gives you 2,450. Now along with this, fixed cost is 4,900 plus variable cost for 50% capacity. For 50% capacity, 4,900 let me show you properly. For 50% capacity, fixed cost is 4,900 plus 1,750. Which is 6,650. Again, the same way, 4,900 plus 2,450 is 7,350, which is for 70% capacity. Same way, we'll find out for electricity. In case of electricity, 50% is fixed and 50% is variable. So 50% fixed is 25,200 200 is given. 25,200 into 50% is 12,600, fixed at all levels for 50% as well as 70%. So now for 50% capacity, variable cost is 12,600 divided by 60 into 50, that is 10,500. You add 12,600 plus 10,500, you get 23,100. The same way, you find out for 70% capacity for the variable cost, 12,600 into 70 divided by 60 gives you 14,700. 12,600 plus 14,700 gives you 27,300. Next is fixed overheads. Office expenses including salaries and insurance is given. So office expenses, the same whatever is given, you have to take as it is. 70,000, 70,000, see here 70,000, 70,000, 70,000, because it remains constant. The same way, office expenses also 4,000, 4,000, 4,000. Depreciation is also constant, so 20,000. All these are fixed expenses. So if you add up all these things, If you add up all these things, you get the total cost. 1,39,500, 1,45,100 and 1,50,700. Now estimated labor hours is given. Estimated labor hour is given as 1,20,000 for 60% capacity. Now you have to find it out for um, 50% capacity as well as 70% capacity. So for 50% for 50 percentage capacity, 60 percentage, it is 1,20,000. So 1,20,000 divided by 60 into 50, that is 1 lakh. And for 70 percentage capacity, 1,20,000 divided by 60, 60 into 70, that gives you 1,40,000. Because 60 at 60 percentage level only you are given the details. So based on that you have to calculate for 50 percentage as well as 70 percentage. So how will you now let us see how to calculate the overhead rate. The formula for overhead rate is total overhead or total cost divided by estimated direct labor hours. So here for 50 percentage total cost is 1,39,500 divided by the estimated labor hours is 1 lakh. So it is 1.395. Rate per hour is 1.395. Same way we will calculate for 60 percentage. 1,45,100 is the total cost divided by 1,20,000, that is 1.209, and for 70% it is 1,50,700 divided by 1,40,000, which gives you 1.076. So this is how you have to calculate the overhead rate. Now next see one more problem. Problem number 5. The cost of an article at a capacity level of 5,000 units is given below. Cost per unit 12.55. Find out the cost of the product at production levels of 4,000 and 6,000 units. You are given the details of 5,000 units and you are asked to find out for 4,000 as well as 6,000 units. Here you can see that 25 per thousand is given. It's the cost for 5,000 units. It's the cost for 5,000 units is given. And see what is the percentage of variable is given for each item. So now let us find out the flexible budget. So material cost as usual, variable will find out. We have to find out the cost per unit and total cost. Write it as 4,000 units, 5,000 and 6,000 units. Cost per unit and total cost for all the three level of activities. And then material cost 100% variable. So 25,000 is the material cost. 25,000 divided by 5,000 is 5 rupees. 5 rupees 5 rupees is the cost per unit cost remains constant for variable cost. See 5 rupees is common. 5 into 6,000 is 30,000. 5 into 5,000 is 25,000 and 5 into 4,000 is 20,000. Same way you find the labor cost. Labor is also 100% variable. So 15,000 is given. 15,000 divided by 5,000 is 3. Again 3 rupees is common here for all the three level of activities. 3 into 6 are 18,000, 3 into 5 are 15,000 and 3 into 4 are 12,000. So here 100%, let's see for what other things 100% is given. So here for stores 100% is given. So we'll write the stores as well. 100% for it 1,000 rupees is the stores. So 1,000 divided by 5,000 is 0.20. So 0.20 is common for all in case of variable cost. So 0.20 into 6,000, 0.20 into 5,000 and 0.20 into 4,000 is the total amount given for all the level of activities. Now coming to the depreciation part, depreciation is also given as 100% variable. So depreciation 10,000 divided by 5,000 gives you 2 rupees is the per cost unit. 2 into 4,000 is 8,000. 2 into 6,000 is 12,000. So that's all relating to the variable cost, 100% variable cost. Now we'll see one by one the other things. Material and labor is over. Now coming to power. Power you have 1,250 and 80% is variable. So power for 5,000 units we have to calculate. 5,000 unit is given. Now we will calculate. Fixed cost is 1,250. Total power is 1,250. 80% is variable. So fixed cost will be 1,250 into 20%. 250. 250 is the fixed cost. Fixed cost is common at all level of activities for total all level of activities. So 250, 250 and 250. And now you calculate 250 divided by 4,000 is 0.06, 250 divided by 5,000 and 250 divided by 6,000 gives you cost per unit. Now we'll find out the variable cost. Variable cost for power 1,250 into 80% is 1,000. We'll find out cost per unit. 1,000 divided by, for 5,000 unit it is given. So 1 unit it is 1,000 divided by 5,000 is equal to 0.20. Here per unit cost remains constant for remains constant for all level of activities. So 0.20, 0.20 and 0.20. 0.20 into 4,000 is 800, 0.20 into 5,000 is 1,000, 0.20 into 6,000 is 1,200. Now next repairs. Same way we'll prepare for repairs. 2,000 is the amount given for repairs at the 5,000 units. So 2,000 fixed cost will be 75% is variable. So 25% is fixed cost. So 2,000 into 25% is 500. Fixed cost is 500. Variable cost is 2,000 into 75%, that is 1,500. Per unit cost is 1,500 divided by 5,000, that is 0.30. As usual, as the previous step, here also in case of repairs, write total fixed cost 500, 500 and 500 common to total it's common, and 500 divided by cost per unit will give you 500 divided by 6,000 will give you cost per unit. 500 divided by 5,000 is 0.10 and 500 divided by 4,000 is 0.13. Now find out the variable 75%. We have already found out here. Cost per unit is rupees 3. Sorry, cost per unit is 0.30, 30 paise. So here 30 into for 4,000 units, 30 into 4,000. For 5,000 units, 30 into 0.30 into 1,500. 5,000. At the same time for 6,000 units, 0.30 into 6,000, that is 1,800. Again, for inspection, 500 is the inspection where 20% is variable. So 500 into 20, 80% is fixed. 500 into 80% is 100. Variable cost is 500 into 20%, that is 100. sorry, 500 into 80 percentage, it's 400. So 500 into 80 percentage is 400. So fixed cost inspection 400, it's 400 is constant at all level of activities. Now you find out per unit cost. 400 divided by 4000, that is 0.10. 400 divided by um, 5000, that is 0.08, and 400 divided by 6000, 0.07. Now come to the variable cost. You found out the variable cost. 500 into 20 percentage is 100. This is for 5000 units. You find out for variable cost per unit is 0.02. 500 divided by 5000, that is 0.02. 0.02 into 4000 is 80. 0.02 into 5000 is 100, and for 6000 it is 120. Same way you find out for administrative overheads. And for administrative overheads, you are given 5000, 25% variable. So 25% is variable. So fixed is 75%. 5000 into 75% is 3750 is fixed. So 3750 is given to find out. And at the same time, variable cost 25%. 75% is fixed, 25% is variable. So 25% is 1250. You have found out cost per unit. Cost per unit remains constant. Multiply it with the number of units of a different level of activities. You will get the cost, variable cost for administrative overheads. Same way you have to find it out for selling overheads. Selling overheads, it's 3000 into 25. 25% is variable. So 75% is fixed. So the same procedure, find it out for selling overheads as well. And if you add the thing totally, you get the cost per unit and total cost for 4000, 5000 and 6000 level of activity. Now next, that's all relating to problem number 5. Now next, problem number 6. Prepare a flexible budget from the following data. At 60% working, material cost per unit increases by 2% and selling price per unit falls by 2%. At 80% working, material cost per unit increases by 5% and selling price per unit falls by 5%. Estimate the profits at 60% and 80% working capacity. We are given the details relating to 50% capacity. Volume is 10,000 units. Selling price per unit is 200. Material cost, labor cost is given. Factory overheads is 30 rupees, where 12 rupees is fixed, as well as administrative overheads is given, where 20 rupees, out of 20 rupees, 10 rupees is fixed. So first step is 50% capacity, 10,000 units is given. Now we'll find out for 60% capacity. 10,000 into 60 by 50, that is 12,000. At 80% capacity, it's 10,000 into 80 by 50, it's 16,000. So we have to find out for 10,000, 12,000 and 16,000 capacity. Now here, always you try to prepare a cost sheet for flexible budget, because cost sheet is the statement showing total cost and cost per unit, which is applicable here in flexible budget also. There you can add to the total cost and you can deduct the you can deduct the amount of total cost from the sales to get the profit as well. Now in this problem, if we see, we are given 60% working material cost per unit, which increases by 2%. 60%, 2% increases. Now first what we have to do is we have to calculate the material cost. So how will we calculate the material cost? At 50% capacity, 10,000 is the number of units. Cost of material is 100 rupees. So 100 is 10,000 into 100 is 10 lakhs. If nothing is mentioned relating to material, that is increase or decrease, we would have taken the amount 100 rupees per unit are in all different activity level, like 60% and 70, because cost per unit remains constant at different activity level. But here there is an increase at 60%, there is an increase of 2%. So we have to calculate how much there is an increase. So 10,000 into, we know that 12,000 units. For material cost increases by 2%, it means that 100 into 2% is rupees 2, it increases by 2 rupees. So 100 rupees is the material cost plus 2 rupees is 100 into 102. So for 12,000 units, it will be 102 into 12,000. For 5,000, for 50% capacity, 10,000 into 100 rupees, and for 16,000 you'll find it out 80% capacity, it's given as material cost increases by 5%. So if material cost increases by 5%, it is 5 rupees. So total material cost will be 100 plus 5, it is 105. So here you can see that material cost 100 rupees, 50% capacity, it is 100 rupees, 60% is 102, and at 80% it is 105. So you multiply it with the number of units, you get the amount of material. Next, for labor, nothing is mentioned. So labor cost per unit remains constant as it is variable cost 30, 30 and 30. Multiply it with respective units given, you get the labor cost for different level of activity. Then material and labor will give you prime cost. Next, factory overheads is given 30 rupees, 12 rupees is fixed. So 12 rupees is fixed. So balance 18 rupees is variable. 18 will be common for all. 18 into 10,000, 18 into 12,000 and 18 into 16,000 gives you the variable cost. Now coming to the fixed cost, 12 is fixed. So 12 into 10,000 is 1,20,000. This 1,20,000 will be common for different level of capacities. Then after writing it, you just enter 1,20,000 divided by 12,000 units, and 1,20,000 upon 16,000 will give you 7.5 fixed cost per unit. If you add prime cost and fixed overheads together, you get the work cost. Now administrative overhead is there, and administrative overheads 20 rupees, 10 is fixed. So 10 rupees is fixed and 10 rupees is variable. The same way you calculate for administrative overheads as well. 10 rupees cost per unit is constant. Multiply it with the respective units. In case of fixed, or 1 lakh, find out 10,000 in 10 is 1 lakh. Total cost is constant. Find out cost per unit for 60% and 80%. When you add up these, you get the total cost. You get the total cost and total cost per unit. Now regarding sales, the details relating to sales is given. In case of 60% capacity, selling price per unit falls by 2%, and 80% capacity, selling price falls by 5%. So selling price is 200 per unit. So at 60%, selling price falls by 2%. That is, price falls by 200 into 2%. 200 is the selling price per unit into 2%, that is 204. So 200 minus 4 is 196. 196 is the selling price for at 80% capacity. You can see here. And for 80% capacity, it decreases by 5%. So 200 into 5% is 10. So 200 minus 10 is 190. 190 is the cost per unit at 16,000 units, 60,000 unit capacity. So now you know the selling price, 200 rupees per unit, 196 per unit and 190 per unit. Multiply it with respective unit capacities, you get the selling price. If you deduct total cost from the sales, you get the profit, which is the balancing figure. So this is how you have to calculate the flexible budget. Now we have come to the conclusion of the flexible budget. Please do practice the problems. In the next video, we will study about sales budget and production budget.